G'day guys, welcome to Sharpshooters. How good is your football club? Where I go to your local football club and I'll test its facility and give it an overall rating. Now the rating system is marked off 4 different categories. The first one being accessibility, second community, third facility, and fourth aesthetics. And then I'll have an overall rating, and that's how I'll determine how good your football club is. Now today I am at Craigieburn. Craigieburn Football Club was founded 53 years ago in 1970, where it entered the Riddell District Football League until the end of 2000. And then from 2001 on, it joined the Essendon District Football League, where it still remains. Honestly, anyone that's been to Craigieburn Football Club knows it can become quite a bloodbath of mud. Now it is the off season, so obviously the ground isn't being played on as much, so it is in a reasonable nick compared to what it would be. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna kick a few goals and test out the facility. All right guys, so something I'm looking for when I'm rating the ground, first of all, the goalposts. There's nothing worse than rocking up and there's short goalposts. Now these are shorter than a standard AFL club's goalpost. Now what I don't like about short goalposts is psychologically, you're not kicking through the ball as much, which I think you should when you're going for goal, always kick through the ball. So short football goalposts, it's gonna bring down the rating of the facility, and unfortunately these are a bit short. So now something else I'm also looking for when I'm rating the facility is the fence behind the goals, the amount of distance. There's nothing worse than having shots at goal and having to jump the fence every single time you kick the ball to go and fetch your ball. Also, if there's just plain concrete behind the fence, that's going to bring down the rating of the facility because it will damage the leather of your balls. Now let's have a shot for goal. Now that has just hit the concrete really hard. That's going to leave some permanent damage on the leather, and that's going to bring down the score of the facility. All right guys, this is a 25-meter directly in front set shot test. Now most local clubs, there's always a dirt patch somewhere, and Craigieburn Football Club's big dirt patch happens to be at this end of the ground, directly in front when you're going for goal. Now anyone that's played footy in the wet before, lining up, kicking for goal, stepping in mud, your boots get half stuck to the floor, so they can really have a negative impact on your set shot for goal. Lucky today it is all dry, but I'll have a test anyway. Yeah, so guys, it's just the small goals really not allowing me to kick through the ball. It's just having a psychological effect on me. When I'm training at the hangar, the goalposts are double that and I really kick through the ball. So I'm gonna try again and actually consciously think about kicking right through the ball. So guys, I did just measure the 50-meter line on this oval and my Apple Watch is showing it at 48 meters. Now I'm not sure how accurate the Apple Watch is and I'm not sure how accurate these lines are, but if these are the lines during the real season, it's roughly 50 meters. Snag. Okay guys, the final kicking test, the snap kick. For a left footer at this side of the ground, you're on the fat side. That's a lot better because there's more room to curl it in. The short goalpost is still throwing me off a bit. So yeah, let's have a crack. Done. We'll go drop punt while we're here. See, that went just above the goalpost and that would have caused a little bit of confusion for the goal umpire. I could have started celebrating early and try to convince the goal umpire went in when really it could have hit the post. But yeah, that's the problems with short goalposts. Bit more confusion and you can't kick through the ball because that might happen. I'm using the hanger as the benchmark. You can't really beat the hanger. Tall goalpost, beautiful grass, well marked out, just the elite standard. Obviously a local football club will never compete, but that is the 10. Craigieburn Football Club, I'm giving its facility a 5.5. Doesn't mean it's horrible. It's exactly what you expect when you go to a community football club. But you're gonna get some in better areas where it's socioeconomically, where it's socioeconomically a bit more wealthy. Obviously they have more resources, more money to put into the field. So yeah, it's a 5.5. I'm impressed with the grass. Normally it is shocking during the season. The dirt patch is healing, but it's still a negative factor, and I don't think it's ever going to disappear, to be honest. The short goalpost throws me off when kicking for goal. The concrete pretty much directly behind the goals is going to tear up your ball if there's no one in the crowd to catch it. But other than that, it's a nice open field. It looks small, but it's actually a lot bigger than you think. Freshly renovated clubhouse. Club rooms, unfortunately I can't get in there, but the clubhouse, that looks newly renovated. That's going to bring up the facility slightly. The toilets is a bit of a shithole, but that's the job of a toilet, to be a shithole. So that's not going to take away from the score too much. It does appear that you could walk in at any time, maybe the middle of summer, and there will be a junkie in the toilets probably shooting up, so that's not good. And yeah, that's a 5.5 for facility. Now guys, the community, I'm going to rate it a solid 9. This is pretty bang on when you think of a community. It has tennis courts right here, has cricket courts, has a skate park for all the 13-year-olds after a game to hang out and probably smoke a bit of weed. It's got a basketball stadium right across the road. It's got a police station right across the road, so watch out 13-year-olds. And it has a fire station right across the road. Community-wise, it's great. The sponsors, Hungry Jacks, love a bit of a Hungry Jacks feed after the game. Harry Brown, get your grog on straight after the game, and a lot of local support too. So community-wise, it's a solid 9. Great job, Craigieburn. You killed that, and you're taking that out of the park. Now the accessibility, it's right off a main road in Craigieburn Road, but anyone that's been down this area of Melbourne right now knows, especially this road is an absolute shit show. There's roadworks every 200 meters, and that's been there for nearly 2 years. So getting in and out of the ground, especially during training midweek, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. But if the roadworks wasn't here and all the roads were cleared up, it's very accessible. But because of its current state, I'm going to have to give that a 5 because the roadworks is just shocking. So you got ambulance right behind me right now. It'd be a nightmare for them to weave in and out of traffic on the one side roads. There's no double lanes yet. They are in construction right now. So accessibility again to this place can be a bit of a nightmare, especially around peak hour times. Maybe in 10 years, we can get that up to a 7 or 8. Okay guys, aesthetics wise, it's not the worst looking ground. I won't throw any club under the bus, but if you've been to Jacana, it's not an attractive ground to go to. I haven't been there for a few years, so I might have to go back and give a review of that. So aesthetics, I'm gonna give this a 6.5. Now that mud patch is never gonna sort itself out, and just all the general construction going on around it really brings down the aesthetics of the ground. And yeah, when it's all done, maybe we can get that up to an 8, but right now it's a 6.5, and I think that's being generous, so yep. All right guys, so anyone who knows a bit of basic maths, to find out the average of all those scores, you add them all together and divide it by the number of scores. So there were 4 different categories of scores. The total points was 26, divided by 4, it came to an average of 6.5 out of 10. That's not the worst, and it's not the best either. It's exactly what you'd expect from an EDFL football club like Craigieburn. I'm not dissing it, this is actually my suburb, so I think I was pretty neutral and not biased and pretty fair. So if you want me to come to your football club and give it a score out of 10, make sure you pop it in the comments, and the most like, I will definitely pop in, pay a visit and give it a score out of 10. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time on Sharpshooters. How good is your club? Bye.